Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I cover nostalgic, obscure, or otherwise strange content. Today is a very special day. It has been a long time coming. A very long time supporter of the channel asked me like 6 months ago at this point to cover Little Shop of Horrors, the 1986 version, and I'm finally getting around to doing it. It's gonna be a fun ride for me. I'm sure it'll be a nostalgic trip down memory lane for a lot of you. But I'm just gonna jump right into it. Wait, there was something I wanted to say before I jumped right into it today. What was it? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. It was written by Howard Ashman, who is like a legend. That man wrote, like music for The Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast and Aladdin.
Ready to stand. Do that for me.
Ready to stand and ready to know what the people know.
All that stuff, Howard Ashman. He was a genius. Dream Sounds, who is one of my favorite creators on the entirety of this platform, did a video a while back about Howard Ashman, and it is fantastic, and the channel is so underrated, so I'm gonna link it so that you guys can check it out if you haven't already seen it, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Marlena, I don't know that you'll ever see this video, but I just want you to know you are one of my favorite creators of all time. Anyway, let's get into Little Shop of Horrors.
On the 23rd day of the month of September,
We start out with some scrolling text and an absolute banger song. It's one of those things that's so imbued into, like, the collective conscious, right? It's such a fixture of pop culture. I always feel bad, and I always point out that I feel bad when I see scenes in movies or TV where characters are, like, out in the rain. Just by the way, my condolences to them for having to get that shot. Alright, so after the opening bit, we get... Oh no, poor guy.
Seymour, what's going on down there? Very little, Mr. Mushnick.
Just reminds me of that scene from iCarly where Spencer's like, it's okay, we're just here reading the Bible.
Pharaoh guy's really giving Moses a hard time.
So then we're introduced to this character who, trigger warning, has a black eye.
That greasy boyfriend of yours is beaten up on you again? I'm beginning to think he's maybe not such a nice boy.
Yeah, I'd say so. I think that's a lukewarm take, if you will. Very agreeable opinion.
My life is a living hell.
So this guy's having kind of a dramatic break. He goes outside and is very rude to these girls outside.
How do you intend to better yourselves?
Better ourselves.
In my opinion.
Can you go home to Skid Row?
We get another song.
All my life I've always been poor.
All these songs are gonna be stuck in your head all day. You're welcome.
He took me and gave me shelter, a bed, crust of bread, and a job.
Hi, this video is probably going to have a few more cut-ins than usual just because I filmed the video just kind of spontaneously last night and I forgot to say some things, but I know I'm not the first person to assert this, but this song is just one of my favorite ways to set the tone for a movie. Like, they do it so well, right? This movie is about very dark things, but it's told to us in a very upbeat way.
I'm not a musical theater expert, and so I couldn't really do a deep dive into, like, why movies like Little Shop of Horrors or Rocky Horror Picture Show work as film adaptations of musicals when a lot of other adaptations don't. I think the simplest answer is that they just don't water down the material. Like, they're not ashamed that this is a musical movie like a lot of musical movies are. They know they've got a show full of bops and they're not afraid to be a musical, you know? So this song introduces us to all of our characters, kind of shows us that they're you're going through a rough time, I guess you could say.
Oh, I thought I'm through. Forget it. Kaput.
You can't
Kaput. Extinct.
Back at the shop, they're doing terrible business. Very sad day.
bring up that strange and interesting new plant you've been working on.
I'm afraid it isn't feeling very well today.
I love that camera work. Reminds me of, like, Goonies, or then, Stranger Things 2, I believe. Kind of paid homage to Goonies with that type of camera work. I love it.
Just because you put a strange and interesting plant in the window, people don't suddenly...
Yeah, since when has window dressing ever helped a business?
Excuse me. I couldn't help noticing that strange and interesting plant.
See, there you go.
Where did you get it?
You remember that total eclipse of the sun about a week ago?
So now we get, I don't know if it's considered a musical number, but we get backstory on how he found this plant. It basically was zapped in from outer space.
Like something from another world.
Killer clown style.
For $1.95.
$1.95, so that would have been like a little more than 10, somewhere between $10 and $12 in the 60s. I know, I don't like that money conversion has become like a thing on this channel either.
Oh, while I'm here, I might as well take $50 worth of roses.
So the strange plant in the window strategy is working almost a little too well. They are making bank.
You don't need a date with him. You need major medical.
He's the only fella I got.
You could do so much better, girl. So the plant that is gaining them all this business is dying, so
You're staying right here and taking care of that sick plant.
he is made by his boss to stay overnight and take care of it.
Nurse this plant back to health. I'm counting on you.
I know.
Pretty lame if you ask me.
I've given you grow lights and mineral supplements. What do you want from me, blood?
I like that line because the assertion is that the plant is dying just to make his life difficult. So he's going through basically what everybody who has any kind of garden or grows any type of plant has at some point, where it's just like, oh my god, what? How? What do you want from me, plant? You're a plant. You shouldn't be this difficult.
Damn thorns.
Ugh. It's such a tiny bit of blood and it's fake blood, but it's making me lightheaded. And hey, what do you know? The plant's alive. I'm sure that won't come back to bite him in the ass at all.
I'll give you a few drops.
And he's like, oh, the plant eats blood? Alright, cool, I can run with that. As long as I don't need, like, Miracle Grow or anything, we're good. And grow it does. All I'm thinking about is the rumor weed from VeggieTales. Was that a Little Shop reference this entire time and I just never knew about it?
A tiny little story is all I need to make a big mess. I'm a rumor weed.
So, when you have a magical alive plant that is from outer space and drinks blood, what do you do?
W-S-K-I-D.
That's right, you put it on the radio.
But first, the weather. Thank you very much.
Nah, I don't like the nun mannequin.
We'll be out about, I'd say 12 miles per hour.
Oh, don't do it.
By noon. The weekend should be...
Don't do it. Bad plant. Oh, thank God.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird Wink Wilkinson laughing and scratching at you. How's everybody doing today?
Oh my God, it's John Candy. I adore John Candy.
Say, I wish you folks at home could see this.
Yeah, why? Radio might not be the best format for this show, because they can't see it.
You remember that total eclipse of the sun about a week ago?
Do we get a reprise?
And thus we conclude...
Nah.
Mention the address. Oh well, it's still good advertising.
I don't know if it's good advertising if no one knows where to buy plants from you.
You got tied up.
No, just handcuffed a little.
No. Oh no.
But I can't leave him. Why not? Oh, he'd get angry.
This poor girl.
I know Seymour's the greatest.
So then we get a really great but really sad song about how this character is staying with her piece of shit boyfriend because she has this dream of, like, settling down and having the all-American life.
We snuggle watching Lucy on a big, enormous 12-inch screen.
Off topic, but that feels meta to me, seeing as I Love Lucy is another thing we talk about from time to time on this channel.
Far from Skid Row.
I love how distinctive Howard Ashman's music sounds. Like you can hear the similarities in his music. It's a very distinct sound across all of his works. Doesn't Somewhere That's Green sound a lot like Part of Your World?
Somewhere that's part of that world.
Like, I can't be the only person who thinks that or has said that.
So life goes on, the plant is getting bigger.
You forgot! You hear this guy? He forgot!
I think everybody heard you. I think Satan's down in hell just chilling out, being like, yeah, I hear you too. He did forget.
Blue.
Well, that's okay. After all, I owe him everything.
Very bad for the plants, but the aesthetic she's going for, golden.
Glitter.
It's like those commercials where they pour glue over cereal.
You'd go shopping with me?
Sure.
Shopping trip.
Tonight?
Oh, I can't tonight. I got a date.
Lame.
When I was younger, just a badly kid,
My mama noticed funny things I did. You'll be a dentist. People will pay you to be inhumane.
Before I saw this movie, I did not know where Steve Martin figured in. I just knew that he was in it. Something about this is just so funny to me. He's the piece of shit boyfriend.
Wait, I'm not. No. Shut up.
Yeah, no offense to dentists. I'm sure there's a lot of you that are good at your job, but I had braces twice, so I can get behind the sentiment.
I am your dentist. And I enjoy the career that I picked.
I hate this. I hate this. I hate this.
And the success.
I feel creeped out now. What's happening? Did he fly? I think he can fly. I read somewhere that when Tommy Wiseau was making The Room, he initially wanted it to end with his character, who was revealed to be a vampire, flying off into the sunset in a flying car. That is an actual thing that he tried to film, and they had to scrap it. And I just thought of it when I saw the flying motorcycle.
This is my date, my boyfriend, Seymour Oren Scrivello. DDS.
I hate him. So our protagonist has the deep misfortune of meeting our very loud and hateable antagonist.
What do you call that thing?
Audrey 2?
It's like an In Space with Markiplier. The Invincible 2. I know I'm going off on a lot of tangents. This character specifically just makes me very uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
You ought to see the way he treats her, Tui. The man's a total disgrace to the dental profession.
Yeah! Character's so hateable that we're venting about it to a giant living plant. Well, plants are living, but you know what I mean. It's a sentient plant.
Does it have to be human? Does it have to be mine?
So now the plant is singing about how it wants his blood. It is literally out for bloodlust.
You can do it. Feed me, Seymour.
It's so dark, but he makes the request in such a catchy way.
I don't know anyone who deserves to get chopped up and fed to a hungry plant. Sure you do.
So the plant needs blood to live. So Seymour's gotta start killing people. Who better to kill than the piece of shit boyfriend?
Falls off the motorcycle!
I'm probably gonna cut around some of the most uncomfortable parts, cause like, I feel, you guys get the picture, right?
The guy sure looks like plant food to me.
What happened?
Oh, that poor kid is gonna have so much trauma.
Next! It's me, Arthur Denton, I'm next!
So Garfield shows up, and he won't stop talking.
I've been saving all month for this. I think I need a root canal.
If I say my hot take is that I've never found Bill Murray that funny, am I gonna get torn apart in the comments? Maybe. Where were we? Oh yeah, Seymour shows up to kill him.
Hey, don't I know you?
Yeah, Seymour Krellbone, we met yesterday.
So far, this is a very unsuccessful murder plot.
Just rip that little bugger right out of there. What do you think? No!
Maybe I've told this story before. I don't remember. I don't remember a time when I would have. When I was a kid, I would go to this orthodontist, and he legitimately kept all of his orthodontist tools in like a tool chest like you would have in your garage. I'm gonna put in a picture, see if I can find it, or something for reference, but like it was literally just like for tools, but he was using it like for equipment that he would use inside people's mouths. It was strange. He was cool though. He was a cool dude.
The drill.
It's rusty.
It's an antique.
Wait, I'm sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, he was trying to kill him. So Seymour is very bad at being a murderer, which I guess is a good thing to be bad at for sure, but anyway. Shitty boyfriend is dead. So again, I'm gonna gloss over this part for YouTube reasons, but you know how, you know, this movie's known as a dark comedy? Well, this is where it starts getting very, I mean, it's already been dark, but it starts getting like Sweeney Todd dark. Minus the meat pies. I don't think the talking plant is that bougie. Uh-oh, you got a witness. Ugh! I don't like the boot sticking out of the... Oh, no.
What'd they say to you?
Huh?
The police.
Nothing.
I feel like they definitely said something.
It's Oren. They say he's disappeared. They think... I can't even think about what they think.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Would it be so terrible if something had happened to him?
It wouldn't be terrible at all.
Yeah, murder is wrong, but definitely fuck that guy, you know?
There's a lot of guys that give anything to go out with you. Nice guys.
I don't feel like anybody deserves to deal with nice guys.
You know where I met him? In the gutter.
Is that like a metaphor, or?
The gutter. It's a night spot.
Oh, okay.
I put on cheap and tasteless outfits, not nice ones like this.
Audrey, you get to dress however you want.
Suddenly Seymour is standing beside you.
You gotta love how Audrey's going through like the worst point in her life, and Seymour finds a way to make it about him.
Suddenly Seymour. Yes, you can.
Yeah, I think Audrey just needs some time alone, you know? She doesn't need a boyfriend. It's fine. But she has one. It's Seymour, in case you didn't pick up on it. Oh, it certainly is nice of the murder plant to open the door for him. He gets about 2 seconds to revel in this victory before his boss comes in and is like, what the fuck? You killed somebody in my shop?
He knows just what you've done.
Everything you did to a boyfriend.
The plant has no real skin in the game. Technically, because I don't know if you could count plants as having skin, but also, it's a stupid joke, I'm sorry.
I think it's supper time.
The plant doesn't care. He just knows somebody's about to die, and he's kind of a cannibal plant. Well, can you be a cannibal plant? It's not. Anyway, I can't dissect that right now.
Maybe we don't have to go to the police.
So the boss is like, hey, I really don't want to turn you in or kill you, so what if I just let you leave?
You could lay low for a while, say 30, 40 years. Meanwhile, I would keep the plant.
And then you could just leave me the plant.
Just feed it.
Just feed it what?
Well, that's the... That is the question, isn't it? Oh, he's going down. He's gone.
Let's talk turkey. Sign here and we'll book you on lecturing tours.
So now with 2 people dead, the plant is going on a road show, I guess.
Oh my god.
Seymour is a fraud in every sense of the word, and he's in deep shit.
And here he is himself, Mr. Seymour Krelborn.
So they're trying to do like a news spot.
It just needs to be fed. So feed it.
And they're like, feed the plant, Seymour. And he's like, you don't want that.
Everybody go away! Leave me alone!
You're hysterical.
I know, I'm sorry.
This is typically where I would say something along the lines of, don't apologize for your feelings. But when you've murdered multiple people for a plant, you should definitely apologize for something.
Marry me, Audrey.
This man's life is just on the most insane roller coaster ride I've ever seen.
Sure.
We'll go get married right now.
Right now? You meant like right now, right now? You're not even gonna let her change her shoes?
Oh, I gotta get ready.
Hurry.
Okay, she gets to change first. Oh, it scares me every time it happens.
I can't keep living with the guilt.
Tough titty.
Watch your language.
Yeah, watch your fucking mouth, you weird plant. The plant is live action puppetry, right? It's really cool. That's a pretty cool looking murder plant.
Don't think you're getting dessert.
So the plant takes money from the cash register to make a phone call. It's a very smart murder plant, too.
Hello.
Hello, Audrey? Yes, this is Audrey, too. You're not gonna believe this shit.
I don't believe it.
Told you. Also, why did she go over there?
Something's very wrong here.
I think you could have told yourself that from across the street when you were safe.
Hey, little lady, be nice.
Never thought I'd have to say this, but I really wish that plant would stop being inappropriate with Audrey.
Get off of her!
Oh no, is she dead? Not yet.
Don't die, Audrey. Please don't die.
Yeah, Audrey, you're cool. Please don't die.
It's true. I did it.
So he tells her the truth, he comes clean, and she takes it better than most.
When I die, give me to the plant
What?
so that I'll live and bring you all the wonderful things you deserve.
Okay.
So in a way, we'll always be together.
Circular logic, but alright. Alright, if you're able to sing that well, I feel like you're doing alright. Maybe reconsider dying.
Somewhere that's green.
Audrey deserves so much better. Wouldn't it be funny if this video was sponsored by Weed Killer? Okay, I'm sorry. Bye, Audrey. So now Seymour's girlfriend is dead. This has gone very poorly for him. And then trigger warning again. This video's gonna have to have so many trigger warnings at the beginning. Shit. He goes to jump off the roof and then he gets stopped.
Patrick Martin, International Licensing and Marketing.
By this guy.
I took the liberty of taking a cutting from that amazing plant of yours.
Oh, shit.
Develop little Audrey tubes. Sell them in florist shops.
No. No. This is the worst merchandise idea ever.
A goddamn vegetables public domain!
I don't think that's how public domain works, but you know.
That's what you had in mind all along, isn't it?
No shit, Sherlock.
I just saw something on TikTok that was like the original comeback to No Shit Sherlock was Nice Try Watson, and I'm just really trying to bring that back. I think that's hilarious. So he's like, I wish I never helped you, plant, and the plant laughs at him and breaks out of his pod and starts singing.
And I am bad.
Oh, it's a bulletproof sentient plant. That's great. Alright, so the shop gets destroyed.
I'm just a mean green mother from outer space and I'm bad.
Seymour's about to be plant food. Nope, scratch that. Seymour is plant food.
Subsequent to the events you have just witnessed.
Do you have good news for me? Because I feel kind of traumatized right now.
Events which bore striking resemblance to the ones you have just seen begin occurring.
I was afraid you were gonna say that.
Unsuspecting chunks from Maine to California.
Yeah, the hope is that the average American would not be dumb enough to feed blood to a plant, but, you know. Nah! Such a groovy apocalypse, isn't it? So the plant is Godzilla now. It is just a leafy Godzilla. So yeah, chaos ensues is an understatement for the ending of this movie, really. But I'm not focusing on the horrific death. I'm just focusing on the music. The end? The end. Yeah, the end.
I ran out of battery, and so I just wanted to add this here. I'm the only person, apparently, who didn't know that there were 2 endings.
Oh, shit!
The original ending was shorter, and it was happy, and I'm probably putting in clips of it right now as we speak. Or I speak, you know what I mean. But then later on, after some years, we got a DVD release where we saw this ending that had been restored. And I guess it's a pretty contentious debate in the fandom which one is better. I like the longer, darker, depressing ending, right? It feels like a happy ending doesn't really feel like it fits with everything else that we've seen. It's supposed to be very dark.
So, how are y'all feeling? I know that movie is quite a wild ride. It got recommended because it is such a cult classic, and it is very weird. It kind of fits in with the vibe of this channel, I know. It's also a lot darker than the things that I typically talk about. It's a very, very dark comedy. But it has such a strong fan base to this day, and I think that's because of the great music and just overall campiness of it. You know, it's similar to, like, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Not same type of movie, but you know what I mean. When I think of campiness, it's all part of that whole vibe. So I know this is a very like surface level overview because I tend to do laid back videos. I don't really do video essays on this channel. But I will link some because there have been some really in-depth dives, like a dissection of the darker themes and all that stuff, and, you know, really how important this movie is to a lot of people. So I'll link that below, but I hope that you've enjoyed just kind of chilling out and watching this with me as I sit here kind of tipsy reviewing a cult classic musical movie from the 80s. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, sharing. Everything you do to support this channel means the world to me. If you're new here and you're a fan of nonsense, maybe consider sticking around because I post nonsense all the time. And remember, my name is Avery. I'm a YouTuber if you say so, because thanks to you guys, this is technically a YouTube channel. Bye!